Africa is rich. We're talking about some of the rarest and most expensive minerals on the planet: tanzanite, painite, chromium emeralds, and even more. But here's the shocking part. The people mining these treasures? Still struggling to afford basic necessities. Why? Let's break it down. The world's most expensive African minerals. First, let's talk money. Tanzanite, found only in Tanzania. Price? Up to $3,000 per carat. Painite, one of the rarest minerals in the world, selling for up to $60,000 per carat. Savoite garnet, blue garnet, grandidierite, some of the most sought-after gemstones in the jewelry industry. Rhodium, used in car manufacturing, priced at over $10,000 per ounce. Coltan, tantalite, essential for smartphones and laptops, mined in the DRC, worth billions. Cobalt, used in electric car batteries, yet miners make less than $2 a day. Platinum and palladium, found in South Africa, vital for industrial use, but little profit reaches local miners. Sugilite, bixbite, cornerupine, rare and valuable, yet largely exported raw. Spessartine garnet, alexandrite, aconite, ultra-rare stones sought by collectors worldwide. So, if Africa is sitting on billions worth of minerals, why are miners earning just a few dollars a day? The Great African Mineral Paradox. Here's where things get messy. These minerals are being dug up by hardworking locals, but guess who controls the trade? Foreign corporations and corrupt governments. Most of Africa's minerals don't benefit the people who dig them up because of three main problems. One-day foreign exploitation. International corporations extract the wealth and leave locals with pennies. Money 2-1. Corrupt governments. Mining profits rarely reach local communities, instead filling the pockets of elites. 3. By illegal smuggling. Black markets take billions away from African economies. 3. Do African leaders even know their wealth? Here's something even more shocking. Many African leaders might not even know the full extent of their country's mineral wealth. Why? 3 major reasons. One-day lack of geological knowledge. Many African nations rely on outdated colonial-era surveys and haven't invested in modern geological research to map out their resources. Two-way foreign-controlled mining data. Western and Chinese companies conduct mineral explorations, but rarely share the real findings with African governments. This means that sometimes even the leaders don't know what's under their own soil. 3. Corruption and lack of transparency. Some officials may deliberately ignore or downplay mineral discoveries to keep bad deals hidden from the public. Mining contracts are often signed in secret, preventing citizens from knowing the true value of their land. Imagine if Africa had full control over its own geological data, cutting foreign middlemen out of the equation. That would be a game changer. 4. International laws on geological surveys and anti-corruption. Some of the world's strongest economies enforce strict laws to protect their resources and maintain transparency. Africa can take inspiration from these. So, United Nations Convention Against Corruption. 1. CAC, a global framework urging nations to fight corruption in resource management. Extractive Industries Transparency Initiative, EITI, a global standard ensuring transparency in oil, gas, and mineral wealth. Dodd-Frank Act USA requires American companies to disclose payments made to foreign governments for mineral rights. European Union Conflict Minerals Regulation forces companies to track and report mineral sourcing to prevent exploitation. Australia's Mineral Resource Rent Tax, MRRT, ensures mining companies pay fair taxes that benefit national development. Canada's Extractive Sector Transparency Measures Act, ESTMA, requires Canadian companies to disclose payments to foreign governments. Norwegian Sovereign Wealth Fund Model, a system that reinvests oil and mineral revenues back into the country for long-term development. If African nations adopt similar laws and demand full disclosure from foreign companies, they can finally break free from exploitative cycles and reclaim their natural wealth. 5. The harsh reality for African miners. And while the world wears shiny African gems, here's what miners go through. Child labor in tanzanite and cobalt mines. Weather. Dangerous working conditions with no protection. Mots, extreme poverty, while middlemen and foreign traders make millions. 6. How Africa can change this narrative. It's not all bad news. Here's how Africa can take back control of its mineral wealth. Stronger regulations. African governments must ensure fair wages and mining policies. When invest in geological surveys, African nations should fund independent resource mapping to truly know their wealth. So processing in Africa. Instead of exporting raw gems, Africa should cut, polish, and manufacture jewelry locally for higher profits. The transparency and anti-corruption laws. Mining revenues must benefit schools, healthcare, and infrastructure. Fair trade and local ownership. Empower local miners to own and profit from their resources. Tech-based resource control. Blockchain and digital tracking can prevent mineral smuggling and increase profits for local economies. So foreign trade reforms. African nations must negotiate better deals and stop being price takers in the global market. Sustainable mining practices to protect the environment and ensure long-term benefits. 7. The big takeaway. Africa has the minerals. Africa has the talent. But without control over its resources, the riches will always benefit outsiders more than its own people. It's time for change. What do you think Africa should do to protect its wealth? Drop a comment below. If you found this video eye-opening, imagine what's coming next. We're just scratching the surface of Africa's hidden wealth. So, do yourself a favor, smash that subscribe button and turn on notifications. Let's spread the truth together. Don't let the algorithm decide for you. Take control. See you in the next one. More truth bombs.